What's up? My name is Andrew Sandler. I'm a director and producer based out of Los Angeles, California. And today we're going to break down Travis Barker, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Gimme Brain. So Travis was somebody I worked with before on the Machine Gun Kelly, Travis Barker, Youngblood video, I Think I'm Okay. And from that video, we really developed a connection. And I went on to do a Blink-182 video for him. And he's somebody who always has creative, forward-thinking ideas. So I was excited to jump on this video with him, especially when he said Lil Wayne was on the track. Because, I mean, Lil Wayne is somebody who I've looked up to my entire career. Somebody I've always wanted to do a video for. I mean, thinking back to his early videos for Lollipop and videos like that, watching those on TRL. I mean, him and Travis are the two people who got me into music videos in the first place. So when Travis said he had this track with Wayne, I jumped on as fast as I could. So from my initial meetings with Travis, he wanted something that felt slightly futuristic and modern, but something we hadn't really seen before. We didn't want to do a flashy hip hop video. We wanted to stay kind of in the gritty rock world. So we had to come up with something that kind of had 1 foot in rock and 1 foot in hip hop. And that was an interesting challenge to be able to come up with visuals that we hadn't seen before and that felt like it was in the future, but not too far future, like Jetsons era. So the first time I went with Travis to his house, I put together hundreds of photos to really show him and try and figure out what he liked and didn't like. I think that by putting together a bunch of reference photos and sitting with the artist, engaging what they like and don't like about all the photos is a quick way to understand what this project should be and what it could be. And of course you have to work, within different budget parameters. And I think it's important while you're dealing with an artist to find a way to get what you both want, but also be realistic about the means that you're working with. So if an artist references something that is $1 million idea, then you have to ask him, okay, what do you like about this? What don't you like about this? And take all the things that the artist does like and figure out a way that you can still infuse that into the idea that you're working with, but still work within the means of the budget that you're given. And you always have to work within a budget, whether you're working with the biggest artists in the world or the smallest artists. There's always a budget that you have to work within, and that's something that you're always pressed up against as a director. When you're working with superstars like Travis and like Wayne, for me, I knew that I just wanted to put them in an environment that they could thrive in. A lot of times I'll do a narrative video that has a story involved or has actors, and you cut to the artist every now and then. But I knew ahead of time for this video, having Wayne and having Travis, two superstars, I wanted to make sure we put them in an environment that they could completely shine in. So the idea for this stage was really, for this stage, we wanted to build something that we could put Travis on that just made him look like a superstar, made him the center of attention. So when we brought our art director in, that was one thing that we made sure to note is how do we combine an art build with lighting to make this stage the center of the warehouse? And that's how we came up with this idea for the stage. So basically, we came up with this idea for an octagon we wanted to put Travis on. And the way that we lit this room actually was that we knew that we wouldn't have Travis or Wayne for the whole day. We knew we'd have Travis for half a day and actually Wayne for only about an hour. So we had to think ahead and think of a way that we could create an environment for Travis where we didn't have to move a lot of lights around in between takes. We wanted to be able to create a set that he could walk into and we could basically move around the room as quickly as possible to get as much coverage as we could. So I knew that for one shot, we wanted to put a 360 dolly around the stage because I love the idea of floating around Travis and being able to speed up and slow down that shot. So you can't see it here, but around the stage, we actually had a 360 dolly that went around the entire stage. And in some of these shots, actually because of time, we didn't have time to pull the dolly track off the floor. So in some of these shots, we actually erased that dolly track with VFX. So one of our angles was that 360 dolly. And the way we're able to accomplish that is that we lit Travis overhead from one light box, one source overhead that created a soft light overhead. And then we actually had, luckily, 100 Astera tubes on a truck from the key grips or the gaffer's previous job. So our DP mods came up with this idea of what if we use this entire warehouse space and use all 100 Astera tubes. So what we did is basically lit Travis from one light overhead. And then as you'll see in the video, there's 100 Astera tubes posted up all over the studio space. So that way, when you're going around the stage on the 360 dolly, the whole entire warehouse lights up and flickers from the Astera tubes, but the key light stays flat on Travis. So he has still light on him the entire time. So I think the biggest thing for this setup and the reason why we chose to go with this set is because we wanted to make the best use of Travis's time. Also, being a drummer, we didn't want him to have to drum and do this song 500 times, right? So the idea of doing the 360 dolly was that so that we could pull any moment from any angle around Travis and use that throughout the entire edit. So it kind of gets you a lot more takes than putting the camera in one position, doing the whole song, and then flipping the camera to the other side and doing the whole song from there, which you would normally do in a music video. For this, we wanted the edit to be a lot quicker, and knowing that I wanted the edit to be quick going into it, we decided to shoot this way. Something else we also had was a techno crane. And these two prop cameras right here, you got one prop camera here and one prop camera here. I put those there on purpose because I knew that I wanted the techno crane to push in and out through them from off camera right here. I wanted to push through the cameras and go from a wide to a close up on Travis. Having these two prop cameras here creates depth. So when the techno crane pushes between these cameras, you have a sense of space. So you have foreground objects. And then when you go past these foreground objects and go into Travis, it gives you something interesting in the frame to grab onto.